Paper Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for June 25th, 2025. I hope that you're all doing good. Let's pull some cards for a general reading for the day and see what type of energy we're going to be getting for the collective, all signs, all placements. Let's call in spirit. Take a deep breath in with me and blow it out. Again. One more time. Okay, let's see what Spirit's message is for the collective, all signs for June 25th, 2025. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so that you get future notifications when I do future videos. And I appreciate you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It means so much to me. Welcome back to my subscribers as well. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective, all signs, all placements for June 25th, 2025, please. Okay, for our first card here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This basically makes me want to think, when I look at this card, is to stop and smell the roses kind of card. So perhaps you've been putting in a lot of effort, collective, and you really need to stop and smell the roses once in a while. So perhaps you're needing some type of relaxation, some time to yourself, time to take a walk, time to nurture yourself, in other words, is what I'm feeling with the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Fool card for the center of your reading, and then we have the Queen of Swords as well in the reverse position. But with the Eight of Pentacles here is the first card out of your out of the deck here for you. This is somebody that's also taking a lot of pride in their work. Somebody that is the ability to do a lot of tasks at one time. Somebody that works hard. Somebody that is attention to detail. So really taking pride in your work here. But I do feel with this card, the first thing that I thought of was to stop and smell the roses. So perhaps along the way, while you're working very hard, being detailed in your work, you need to really take a break and look at all that you've accomplished. Take a moment to look back, stop and smell the roses on your way. The Fool card here is Major Arcana, so I feel like a new beginning is in place here. This is the Zero card. The Fool is all about basically walking into the unknown without a care in the world. You don't know what the future holds. You don't even know that there is a cliff right in front of you that you may step off of. But you're carefree. You're walking into the unknown. You could have a new beginning at this time, collective. But we'll go back and clarify what all of this is about with the Fool card. There's a lot of potential here as well. So this is the beginning of a journey, and perhaps the beginning of a journey because of something you've been working on very hard. So maybe looking at all your efforts that you've put in to accomplish, putting in all the detail work, and you're now on your way. The Queen of Swords here is in the reverse position as well. I feel like the Queen of Swords is telling us that you may be dealing with somebody that has a bad temper today. I feel like this is like, it's not necessarily a warning card. I feel like what's happening here is you're kind of caught up in yourself here and trying to make things so perfect so that you may start your journey. You may not, you may come off to others with a sharp tongue because you're so concentrated on this effort here. We do have the Three of Pentacles in the shadow as well. And I feel like with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position, that the quality of your work that you're putting out, which is hidden, may have some flaws. Even though you're being very detailed about it, you're wanting to start a new beginning about it, you may not want to be taking other people's advice, maybe warning you that the quality is poor for some of you. Take it as it resonates. Let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on here. I really feel like you need to stop and smell the roses, though, collective. You're putting in a lot of work. You're putting a lot of detail into something. You're ready to start this new adventure, this new journey into doing something new. But you may come off as a bad-tempered person because you don't want to hear anybody's advice about it. But what you don't see is that perhaps the quality of your work is not the best. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please. For some of you, I'm also hearing from Spirit that you've been working very hard. You've been very detailed at your job, but you're really needing to stop and smell the roses. Perhaps you're needing a vacation. You're needing some time away to yourself because you're kind of burned out and you've got a little bit of a bad temper. And your work is suffering because you're needing a break. That's for some of you. So I also heard that from Spirit as well, that even though you're diligent about your work, you're really needing a new journey or a fresh start somewhere, or you're needing to step away from the job, like the Fool is stepping away from the job because you're in burnout mode and it's showing in your temper and the quality of your work. Yeah. So what I'm seeing here is with the Eight of Pentacles here, that you really need some recovery time with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. So for some of you who are wanting to put out something new, the quality of it isn't great, even though you're being very detailed about it. You're needing to improve that work because it's not the quality is poor with the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like you're needing to have some recovery time. You're needing to step away from this in order for it to improve. Please clarify the Fool card. I'm feeling like the majority of you are just needing a break. Yeah, you're really needing to step away from this and be withdrawn. You need some isolation time, a time to stop and smell the roses is what I was feeling from the beginning of the reading. I'm feeling like you're needing to really pull away from others with the Hermit in the reverse position because you're needing to journey away from all this hard work and detail that you've been putting in. Because what's happening here is you're in burnout mode, which is causing you to have a bad temper and the quality of your work to suffer. Please clarify the Queen of Swords. And jumper here. So we have the Page of Wands here. You may be procrastinating about trying to take this break, and people are trying to help you and say, hey, you need a break, you need a break, you need a break. And it's causing conflict and is making your temper stand out. Yeah. And overall, I feel like collective, you're really needing a break from all the detailed work that you're doing, whatever it is, because the quality of your work is suffering. And people are trying to tell you that you need this break, and you're having conflict with them because it's basically pissing you off. Please clarify. Yeah. You need to slow down. This is what I have with the Eight of Wands that fell out as well. So you're needing to slow down, stop and smell the roses. That's exactly what I was hearing from the beginning of the reading. Clarify the Three of Pentacles, please, Spirit. So I feel like this is a day to slow down if you're able to. Yeah. So the quality of your work is suffering. You're being reckless, perhaps, with your quality of your work because you are burned out. So I feel like as a collective message that you're needing some time to yourself. You're needing to step away from all the work that you do, all the quality and detail that you put into your work, because you need to stop and smell the roses, not just water the roses. You need to stop and smell them and look at all that you've accomplished here. You're needing some time away. Yeah. This could be causing some home conflicts as well for some of you. What is the outcome for the day, please, Spirit? Yeah. I feel like you're trying to live up to impossible expectations and you're really needing a break. And I feel like that's what's going to happen by the end of the day here, is you're going to realize you're going to need this break. Yeah, you're all up in your head with the Moon card here. And you could be very cold-hearted towards people because you're in this burnout mode. So this is what I'm expecting for the collective for today. There's a new moon in Cancer that has begun today as well. So your affirmations are very good have you started those affirmations because of the new moon in Cancer. Perhaps one of your affirmations is to stop and smell the roses more so that you can get out of this burnout mode that you're in. Yeah. You're needing to slow down with everything. If you're not able to get away from the work physically, you need to just take a break. Take a break. That's all you need to do. Maybe take more than one break. Maybe if you have a break, maybe take 2 breaks instead today, if you're able to. You need to stop and smell the roses. You need to get away from the work so that your quality of the work, it becomes better. Yeah. You needed to, with the Hierophant here, you're needing to withdraw away from all this work that you're doing, all this detailed work, because you're in burnout mode. Yeah, and you're all up in your head here. Will the collective get the break that they need, please, Spirit? I feel like you're all feeling this a little bit. It is summertime, so you're wanting to enjoy the weather. Stop and smell the roses a little bit. Yeah, so you're going to procrastinate about trying to take a break here with the Judgment card in the reverse position. But I definitely feel like you really do need the break. In the shadow, you have a little bit of fear of planning this situation, or planning to maybe get away for a day or two, planning a break. You're trying to play it safe, perhaps financially, or just because you think you're not able to get away because you think things will suffer otherwise. But what's happening here is your work is suffering because you are in burnout mode here. So let's pull an angel therapy card for you for advice from your angels, collective. But yeah, what it feels like for June 25th today is you're needing a break. You're in burnout mode. You've been trying to work very hard. You need to stop and smell the roses. That is the main message for today. Stop and smell the roses. Angels, what advice do you have for the collective for June 25th, 2025? Let's pull one more. Advice for the situation for the collective, please, Spirit. Okay, it says books. So your life purpose involves writing, reading, and editing and selling spiritually based books. So perhaps you're needing to step away and read. Maybe you're needing to work on your spiritual growth. And that's what's going to help you taking that break from burnout in order to create better quality work. So it feels like what your purpose, what Spirit is saying here, what the angels are saying here is your spiritual health is much more important than any of this. So perhaps writing or reading or looking at spiritually based books are going to help you in order to stop and smell the roses, work on your spiritual growth, so that you can then deliver the quality of work that it is that you're wanting to put out there. One more, please, Spirit. The other one was on a twin flame, so somebody might be dealing with a twin flame when it comes to this. And then you have the parents. So the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father as well. So maybe you've been working hard because maybe you didn't have, you didn't grow up with the type of situation that you have now. So perhaps that is a fear for you to stop and smell the roses because you feel like you may resort back to what you had to deal with in childhood. So maybe working very hard and detailed oriented is your way of coping and dealing with things from your past. But what's happening here is you're working so hard that your quality of your work is suffering and you're in burnout mode and you're really needing to take that break. So that's the message I have for you, collective. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.